Hi guys, welcome to the Crouch Ranch. I am going to show you how I unboxed this fabulous ficus tree from Amazon. Hey guys, so behind me you see a window, which I have a shade on right now. So here's my problem. The girls are great watchdogs, Lundy in particular. However, they like to beat up on this window because they can get right in here and yell at the mailman or any packages that are getting delivered. And since I don't like shopping, I have everything delivered. Toilet paper, everything. I'm an Amazon girl. Like, it just shows up, right? So, I first got this shade from Amazon to put up. And it's helped tremendously, but they can still see stuff coming in. My original idea was to leave the Christmas tree up year-round and decorate it seasonally because, number one, this room tends to get very dark already, and now I've added a shade to the window, so now it's even darker. So the tree has those little fairy lights on it that look so pretty and kind of add a nice glow to the room, and I was like, how great would that be year-round? But Mike didn't like the idea of decorating the tree seasonally and just leaving it up, so lost that battle. But I did decide that I could get something else to go here, and I was like, what about another house plant? So I did get a fake ficus tree to go right here. I ordered this from Amazon as well. It's a whiskey barrel planter that it can go in because I read online that the ficus tree planter, or pot rather, that it came with was just a little lackluster and sort of a little small, and it needs something beefier. So I got this bad boy on there. So now, and I ordered the little Coup Power low voltage LED lights, and they have like 8 different settings, and they have a remote control and a timer. So I can set it to come on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the winter when it starts to get pitch black in here, and have a nice little glow in the room without having to turn on all kinds of lights and start lighting candles if I don't have a fire going yet, because this room does get very dark. So I already got my lights and my planter, was just waiting on the ficus tree, and it finally came.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to try to unbox this thing. So it's really bigger than me. So as we like to do here, I like to read the reviews on everything before I get anything on Amazon or anywhere, just to kind of see what people say, if it's a good deal or not, blah, blah, blah. So the packaging is kind of beat up. I'm not really sure if it's in the best packaging, so we'll see what condition it is when I open it. We'll see what kind of condition it is in when I get this bad boy opened up. And I did read that it said you have to really fluff out the leaves. So let's see, it looks like it comes kind of bubble wrapped around the stem here a bit. And then the little planter part is wrapped up. So we'll get this bad boy out here. Stand it up in the pot. I think after reading some of the reviews, I do think, and now that I see it here, there's definitely, since this pot is so small and this pot is so big, I can see what they're talking about, it being a little top heavy. So I have some extra rocks that I'm going to actually put around the outside to also kind of hide the little plastic pot that it comes in, and just kind of make it look prettier in here, and to keep the cats out of it, because you know how cats are. So let's see how this looks once we get it completely opened up here. I had scissors once upon a time. There we go. Now, I'm not usually one for fake plants at all. However, you can't keep this kind of tree alive indoors. Because we have 3 house cats and 2 dogs, getting a live tree here, or any live plant, to do well was going to be a challenge, especially with the low light in this room. As you can see, it's already kind of knocking over because I don't have it in the pot well yet, but we'll get to that. We'll get it there. So, we'll get these leaves kind of bent out. It said you kind of have to like unfluff it, get it out, fluff out, uncurl the leaves, which I can totally see what they're talking about now. And they kind of bend. It's got like kind of, wires in it. So, but I think this is going to be a good little solution to a boring old lamp once I get these lights put on it. and also help block the view. The dogs will still be able to hear if somebody approaches, but they won't go quite so crazy because they can see the street. It's a ways away, but they can see the street, and they can see if our very, very upfront neighbor at the front of the street has their horses out, or if their dogs are out. Then these girls go crazy because they don't like them. So to keep everybody's sanity good, if I add some of these cool lights to this little tree, get the leaves all situated, I think this is going to be a cool little addition instead of a regular lamp to help kind of add, and I don't like bright light. Harsh light really bothers my eyes, especially in the evening, if we're just kind of chilling in the living room. So to have something that's going to have a softer glow or warmer light, I think is going to be really good. And hopefully Mike likes how it looks, because he didn't like the idea of the Christmas tree year round. Which, let's be honest, part of the appeal of that was not having to get the tree up and down out of the rafters and put it together every year. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So, I gotta get those rocks in there. It definitely has to happen. See, there's like, yeah, it's a really big gap right there, so it's just kind of knocking around. But I will get it situated, I swear. Alright, so that's looking pretty good, right? And I'll get these leaves. A lot of people said too that after you have it sitting for a day or two, a lot of the leaves kind of relax a little bit more. But there are different shades of green. There's different variations to the color. And I think as long as the leaves are facing downward more, you really can't see the underside of them. You can tell a little bit more that it's not a real tree, but really only if I look up close. And really, who's gonna come to your house and look up close at your tree that carefully, especially when you have the lights on it? I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Oh, Daddy brought me rocks. Oh, cool. He found those lava rocks from the garden. Perfect. Daddy fixed. Good job, Daddy. I knew there was a reason I kept you around, Mike. Finally know what it is. So, let's see if we can figure this out here. This is the, I got my back to you right now. This is the steady one. Let's see. Let's get on the steady one. I think this is the steady on. Yeah, the first one is like the combination one. Then there's steady on. I'll show you all of them really quick. Steady on, slow fade, in a wave, slow go, chasing, flashing, give yourself seizure mode, as I like to call it. Sequential, which is kind of creepy. It always looks like weird Christmas lights to me. Twinkle flash, another stroke waiting to happen, another seizure. So now I have it back on steady on. So, and then there's a remote in there, so I'll figure out how to get that programmed, because that might be where the timer is, or the timer might be automatic. I think I remember reading that it was automatic. Once you have it on and kind of leave it on and plugged in, then it automatically does, I think it was 6 hours on. In fact, let's see if it says it on the box, because I can't remember. I know that they're also rated for indoor or outdoor, which is cool. Oh yeah, the timer thing is on there, definitely. So I'll have to RTFM, for those of you that don't know what that means, read the bleeping manual and get the remote set up so that I can have the timer on there, I think. So we're gonna get this tree wrapped up. I'm gonna wrap it around the base as much as I can here. I have undone that as much as I did, but that's okay. We'll still make it work. So I'm gonna do this. So we skipped the boring part where I was wrapping the lights around with a child on one side, passing the string back and forth so we could wrap them through here. Because, you know, it took a minute. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I've got it in the pot. Mike put some lava rocks at the base of it to keep it steady, which I also read a lot of reviews that recommended that. I got the lights set up on here, and I was reading the manual because you know you got an RTFM, and the remote comes with a battery, and you just have to remove the little plastic slip that's in there to keep the battery from contacting, to allow contact once you get it to start using it. That's how it enables the timer setting and all kinds of other stuff. Unfortunately, mine came with a bum battery. So I gotta get a new battery for that sucker in order to set the timer mode. But until then, I'll have to manually unplug and plug. But that's cool, whatever. Or there's also an on-off switch down there. I can do that too, that might be better. Anyway, the problem with that though is you have to go through all the settings if you do it from the light versus just on-off. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it looks pretty. It adds a little life to this corner that was kind of dark and dull. And it will keep the dogs, the cat very interested. It will keep the dogs away from the window a little bit more, which hopefully will help. So I've got the link for the lights, the tree, and the pot that I got from Amazon down below. They'll send you to our Amazon store, which not only includes all of those things, but a lot of other goodies that I like and that Mike likes and that we use here around the ranch to make life prettier and happier. So make sure you go there, check those links out, and see some of the goodies that we have for you there. And happy shopping.